Formula One heads into its second week in a triple header. This time we make a permanent home for the next few weeks in the Styrian Hills. Welcome to the Red Bull Ring in Austria. This is the first of two races back-to-back here in Austria. This weekend is the Styrian Grand Prix. The next weekend is the Austrian Grand Prix, followed then by a two-week break before announced a maximum 140,000 fans will be in attendance for the British Grand Prix. In early August, it's Hungary before the summer break, then another triple header with Belgium, the Netherlands and Italy. A two-week break before Russia, back-to-back as well, with a to-be-confirmed race on the 3rd of October. Back after that, we'll head off to Japan on the 10th, then on the 24th of October we head over to Austin, Texas, Mexico on the 31st for Halloween, the Day of the Dead. Then on the 7th of November, it is the Brazilian Grand Prix. Then a week later, we'll go over to Australia, back-to-back as well, with Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi. In terms of the driver standings, it's Max Verstappen who leads on 131 points to Lewis Hamilton after victory at the French Grand Prix. Sergio Perez is in a battle with Lando Norris. Valtteri Bottas halfway through the page 1 table in P5. He's battling with Charles Leclerc, as well as Carlos Sainz, Pierre Gasly, Daniel Ricciardo and Sebastian Vettel, all for the top 5 positions. On page 2, it's pretty much how we found it as we entered France. Coming into Styria though, it's Alonso on 17 points, Ocon 12, then Stroll, Tsunoda, 1 apiece for Alfa Romeo's Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, no points for Schumacher, Russell, Mazepin or Latifi. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull lead the way by a lot. 37 points now to Mercedes is the gap. McLaren versus Ferrari still very close, 110 to 94. AlphaTauri and Aston Martin fighting each other, closing up on them as well as Alpine. Alfa Romeo struggling at the back. Williams and Haas still waiting to get off the board. It's time for Free Practice 1 here at the Red Bull Ring for the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix. Let's take a look around the Spielberg circuit in Austria, the Red Bull Ring, 2.683 miles, 10 corners. It is a short track and always delivers us with great racing. Start the lap then down towards turn 1, accelerate uphill, flat out, 8th gear, drop down to turn 1, uphill, 4th gear, 90 degree, right hander as you accelerate back up, little kick then coming into turn 2 as well. That counts as the second corner, mainly for motorbikes before you come up into Remus, turn 3, hard on the brakes, 2nd gear, another 90 right as well, flying down now, out of turn 3 as well, towards turn 4, Sochless Gold, 8th gear, down to just 4th gear at 175 kilometers an hour. Fly the car in, be careful not to run over on the slightly banked exit curb as you come round turn 6 at Pirelli. Flat out once again at the exit, 5th gear, hold the exit curve nicely, fly through turn 6 and 7 at the Vodka curve before coming down to Rindt at turn 9, over the crest of the Browser that's been present on every variation of the track, fly in towards turn 7 at the Rindt curve, into turn 10, 5th gear, 200 kilometers an hour, accelerate at the exit, open up the DRS, and that is a lap of the Red Bull Ring in Austria. It is a fantastic short track and delivers great racing every single year. Hello everybody and welcome up to the commentary box for the 2021 Großpremier der Steiermark Grand Prix. For the second time we are racing in Spielberg, Austria. This time it is the Styrian Grand Prix. Debuted on the calendar last year due to the COVID pandemic. Once again it begins a double header at this fantastic track. It is an average speed of 147.1 miles per hour as well. Elevation change at 63.5 metres on the run up to turn 3 at Remus, where last year Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel came together at the start of the race. Still, to this day, they don't know which one of them caused it. Down the track as well at turn 6, the Pirelli corner, Verstappen versus Bottas in the opening lap of the race. That was certainly an exciting part. And down at the ring curve at turn 9, Hamilton versus Alonso back in 2014. Mercedes versus Ferrari. When Mercedes were dominant, Ferrari, sadly, with their worst season ever in Formula 1. 3 tyre compounds to keep your eyes on this weekend as well. The same as the French Grand Prix. The soft, the C4, the medium, the C3, and the hard is the C2 tyre compound. And we're almost ready, to which, sadly, Megan Birch alongside me in the commentary box, we can say it is not raining just yet. Air temperature 23 degrees, track temperature 46 degrees, humidity at 46 degrees as well. However, Megan, there is a strong chance of rain later on in the day, more specifically around free practice 2 later. So free practice 1 could be a lot more busier than normal.
It will be a lot more busier, which is going to be exciting. Though, for drivers aren't the only ones busy. I still haven't properly made my notes from last week. So.
Well, you finish those quite quickly. I have got the driver standings here if you need them as well, which I can tell you as well if everybody was watching going forward as well. It's Max Verstappen leading on 131 points. Lewis Hamilton on 119 as well. Their gap between them is quite close between them as well. Let's go over to our new social channel. Synthel's already been activated as well so far today. Says, hello, can't watch FP2. And he's upset about that as well because he's got school and he has a test exactly during FP2. I mean, they've got it in 2 hours, 2 tests, and it starts so late. But
well, good luck with that.
Good luck with your test as well. It should be okay, though, as well. The best F1 theme tune as well, absolutely. And hopefully you weren't hearing what we hear in our ears, which is the F1 theme as well that we hear all the way throughout the build-up show, because that goes out to our radio listeners. Synthel also saying it's not raining now, is it? The curse continued. No rain expected for Saturday too, right? But I think there is rain expected Sunday. Well, at the moment, there is no rain predicted for free practice 1. There is very heavy bouts of rain predicted for free practice 2. Free practice 3, there is a 60% chance of rain. Qualifying drops down to 40% chance of rain. And Sunday, it is at a very high 80% chance of rain. And they can already see the big cluster that's coming in. That's going to blow over the track at exactly the start time of the race. So, yeah. And apparently he heard it there as well, actually, on the radio. So, oh, okay. Is that? Can you hear this? If I press this. Did you hear that as well, or am I just not hearing that as well on the radio call? But anyway, getting all ready then for free practice. 40 seconds to go until the green light goes on. This is our new YouTube chat screen, the social screen that we have on as well. We've also got the driver tracker in operation, as you can see, with the full timings and your driver tracker as well. Synthel also going as well with 20 seconds to go. Please, Mr. Curse, don't take this away from us. The fact that there's rain predicted throughout the weekend. I think that's everybody's same situation. But we're almost ready to go then for free practice 1 as well. You can't keep next week's Austrian Grand Prix dry. Just let it rain. Yeah, hopefully this weekend's race in Styria will be good. Getting ready for the green light to go on, which is now green light, and the first practice session for the Styrian Grand Prix is underway. The first of 2 races here at the Red Bull Ring. Last year it was Austria, then Styria. This weekend it's Styria, then Austria. Kimi Immelen is making an appearance. The YouTuber as well, who I was only watching last night about his appearances out on the track as well and how he got to all the venues as well. It's nice to see him here this weekend as well, getting ready for what should be a great weekend of action.
I haven't been here while Kubica has been out on the track. That's fun.
Yeah, Kubica out on the circuit this today as well. You can see the driver trackers going in operation as well. There you can see it. It looks frozen at one point, doesn't it? Like it's trying to blip itself around the track.
Sometimes saying, wow, I'm live on screen, I'm famous.
Sooners as well saying as well, if we flip back to the screen, Red Bull and Alpha entry to the track was great, absolutely. And of course, Alfa Romeo running a different livery this weekend as well for their 111th year as a competitor. And also, yeah, the Alpha Tauris and Red Bull dressing up in lederhosen and going on a boat having a photo shoot. Definitely one of the greatest parts of the weekend introduction we've ever seen. So I agree with you there as well. Synthil happy that he's on the YouTube chat as well. And also saying a wet, dry Austrian Grand Prix in one season. That'd be great. Yeah. One race wet, one race dry. It's a nice one.
Kubica.
Absolutely as well. And why wouldn't you be? Look, there he is on the track. But the driver tracker seems to have not wanted to work at the moment, so we get that sorted. It's Sainz Kubica out on the track first as well. We already have, however,
Yellow flag. Please don't let it be Kubica.
And Carlos Sainz on the radio saying he wants to start pushing. I don't know where it is.
Oh, there's a stop there. Oh, why does it look like a...
It is Robert Kubica, that's why. It is at the top of Rima's turn 3. Robert Kubica has lost the back of the car uphill at turn 3. He's got it going again, though.
I just knew. As soon as I saw something yellow, I thought, please don't let it be Robert Kubica.
Of course it's going to be Robert Kubica, but he's got back on the track. Big news also breaking this morning. Literally 10 minutes before the session started, we got the information, was that the Turkish Grand Prix will be going ahead this year. If you remember, it was added to replace this race here in Styria. It was added to replace the Canadian Grand Prix. That got then the own race that was put on got cancelled because Turkey was put on the red list for all travellers. But now they've come to the arrangement that with the Singapore Grand Prix cancelled, that race on the 1st to 3rd of October will be taken by the Turkish Grand Prix. So on October 3rd, we will be racing once again at Istanbul Park. And I'm very much looking forward to that, Megan. After last year's crazy wet race, we just need it, don't we?
We do need it, yes. And it's Stroll... No, Norris now is top.
108.864 for Lando Norris. Danny Ricciardo getting out there quite easily. As well as I'm getting a bit breathless actually up here in the commentary box. So that fan is going off as well for now. Norris Leclerc, Norris Leclerc, Ricciardo Giovinazzi at the moment on the board, as well as our driver tracker seems to be having a problem. It always does in free practice one, doesn't it? It never really works how it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Never really works how it's supposed to, but while we get it sorted, and hopefully it'll all be okay sooner rather than later, the drivers are still heading out onto the track and doing their first sessions of the weekend as Anthony Davis alongside the commentary box with Rachel Brooks and Johnny Herbert on Sky F1 as well. Synthil also saying, by the way, don't get confused between the helmets of Max and Checo because they both have new helmets this weekend. Looks like they're swapped. I did notice, yeah. Max with the high-vis yellow this weekend, and Checo with the darker orange colours as well. They
picked up the wrong helmets.
Yeah, they have changed colour. Everyone's asking, by the way, what's that radio mic you won about a couple of weeks ago when I tried to bring it into vision? There it is. The radio mic that we do all our voiceovers for as well. It's got a big sound guard, but right now it's set up for presenting in case one of the headsets fails. Coming in as well. So it's Leclerc, Norris, Ocon, Gasly, Alonso, Ricciardo, Giovinazzi, Stroll out there. Megan, we're seeing unusually as well quite a quick first practice session. Cars heading out there straight away. That's because they know this afternoon the rain band's coming.
Yeah, and right now I think Lewis is going to top the session. And is he going to? Yes, with a 107.454.
So that's a quite quick lap time as well, actually, for Lewis to head out there and immediately be on the mark like that as well. The driver tracker, by the way, we have tried to repair it, but it seems to be broken at the moment with Robert Kubica just staying in one part. Verstappen goes faster. 107.454, 4/10 quicker than Lewis Hamilton at the moment as well, and which is only to be expected. Verstappen has won this race twice, the same as Lewis.
Verstappen's time instead of
no, 107.454. Yes, I think he did. I think they must have crossed the line quite similar, and they've just changed positions because
I think they must have crossed the line at like a
the
second
same
after
time.
each
Yeah,
other. So
was it? So Verstappen top on a 107.454, Hamilton on 107.809.
Either that and predicting the future.
So now it goes P12 as well, 109.705 as well. Megan, by the way, who, let me get this straight as well, Azerbaijan qualifying, Azerbaijan race, FP1, 2, 3 qualifying race of French Grand Prix, and now practice 1 of Austria. You've been in the last 8 F1 sessions in a row.
Yeah.
The last 8 in a row. Don't worry, you get FP2 off. Yeah, Ian Burge will be back in the commentary box this afternoon. Hopefully he's all right. If he's not, then I might have to do it solo.
Either way, I'm still watching it. I want to see drama happen.
Oh, with
and
the
if,
rain,
And if drama does happen, then you better get something ready.
A headset or something.
Either that or that.
Well, the headsets, the other headset's over there, and we have got the boom mic as well that you can come stand over here and talk about.
I will not miss that. I love drama when it comes down the track.
Yeah, and I don't blame you one
bit. It's an unspoken rule in a contract somewhere that every single time there's going to be some sort of drama, I'm coming in here.
Well, you did it back at, where was it?
I tried to do that once when I was ill. I wasn't allowed out of bed, sadly.
No, you were too ill for that race. That was Monaco 19 actually. You were ill, and you couldn't do that race as well. You managed to get it back though for quite a couple. But you've done the last couple of races thinking about it since Spain. So
I have enough time now, don't I?
As Daniel Ricciardo just going slow out there on the track as well.
I'm not going crazy with work.
my watch going off like mad actually here at the moment. Maybe you can hear that pinging because it's all these Pirelli text messages coming through as well about their tyre compounds. Let's go over to the chat quickly as well, as we have got a green flag out there.
Are Pirelli harassing you?
Probably so, yeah. As Synthol has said, is there a chance of rain later on in this session? Maybe FP1 ends with rain? Actually, yes,
Maybe.
there is. There is a very strong chance at the end of this session that the rain could come in and then disrupt the practice session for the W Series. But, yes, chance of rain at the end of this session, as well as very heavy chances of rain for free practice too. So that's why everyone's out there immediately in FP1.
I just noticed that was Hamilton, and when I looked at it, just changed to Verstappen. I was like, which timing screen do I take notice of?
Charles Leclerc has a little moment coming out of turn 1, getting over the big sleeping policeman curb and getting back on. Synthol says, the gravel is close to the left of the exit, turn 6 right or turn 5, not sure. Yeah, that's the changes to the circuit, which I will give you to you. As you can see at the moment, they're still out there on the track with no sign of driver tracker action at the moment. So I mean, that's brilliant. So that's broken for FP1. In terms of changes to the track, I have them here in the race director's notes as to what has actually changed. I'll find them for you. And a change to the circuit. Yeah, debris fence has been added at a number of locations around the track. The grass verge on the right-hand side between turn 2 and 3 has been reduced and replaced with gravel. The vehicle opening at turn 5 has been realigned. So turn 5's gravel trap has been realigned. And race control has been entirely upgraded. And the second element, green and white, the double curb at turn 6 has been removed and gravel brought closer to the track. So yes, Synthol, you are completely correct. Turn 5 and 6, the gravel has been moved forward. This is all because of the horrific MotoGP accident we had last year at the Austrian Grand Prix, before the Styrian Grand Prix, with the fact that Maverick Vinales and Franco Morbidelli made contact on the run-up to turn 3 at Rimas. Their bikes, they've chucked them off, they skidded into the barrier, and their bikes went full force uphill and whacked into the side of the barrier, dug in, flipped, and almost whacked out Valentino Rossi, which would have been a fatal accident if he was just a centimetre to the left or to the as well. So very, very close stuff. So that has all been done to improve rider safety. Megan.
Look, Williams.
I can't see what you're pointing at. What, Latifi 14th, Russell 15th?
Yes, it's creepy.
Well, I used to think Russell quite far up there in practice 1 as well. Are there any track limits, or should I say, where are the track limits? It's where are the track limits in this one. Let's open up the driver tracker and show you, even though it's not working, I suppose it's a great view to have a look at as well.
I'm hungry, I'm going to have my snack.
Megan hasn't eaten this morning. Yeah, the track limits at the exit, you see where the blue line is at turns 9, and let's get the mouse on actually. Up here, look, follow the mouse. Round here, turn 9 and turn 10. These are the track limits. And it's actually on your screen now. How because the timing's that. So any driver leaving the track and cutting behind the red and white curb at the exit of turn 9 will have their lap time invalidated. I can't pronounce that word correctly. So it's down here, this part of the track here, where my mouse is on the map book. It's this part of the track where the track limits are this weekend. So turn 9 and turn 10 to stop cars going off the track. Yeah, invalidated, thank you. So yeah, to stop the cars going off the track. and gaining an advantage. So it's this part of the track over here where my mouse is on the map book over here. I really need like a laser pointer app or turning my mouse into a laser pointer, which you can do, but it's over here, this part of the track there. That is the situation as it currently stands, and hopefully that's a better help for you. As yet, turn 2 has completely changed just a little bit to the left and to the right as well. 48 minutes left in this first session of the day. They've all been quite calm out there, actually. I'm surprised that they've all been this amount of calm. But we've seen it before with changes to the circuit as well. And actually, we're only 12 seconds behind the actual cut-off point here at the moment, which I'm very surprised about. So then, as Megan just gets ready to come back into the commentary box, talking, as Hamilton gets on the gravel, exit turn 6 and 7, the Vutch curve. And he was just going a little bit wide on those medium compound tyres. So, yeah, because they know there's a lot of rain coming for free practice too, they know they're going to lose a lot of time. They need to do a lot of wet weather running. They know this is probably going to be the dry running ahead of qualifying. They need to get out there.
And I've just noticed, I do that thing.
Don't show brands. Don't show brands.
I'm not showing brands. I'm just showing you. Look. I do that thing you do now.
Oh, yes, which is the push up
you said
of
don't
chocolate
show
bars.
Brands.
No, I'm not sure. I've got my thumb over the label. But, yeah, push up of chocolate bars. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so much easier and it's more fun.
Yeah. What's happened with your headset?
It's like one of those, like, push lollies.
I miss those push lollies, especially the milk ones as well.
They still have them, I think.
Yeah, and there's Hamilton's moment down at the Vutch curve, just going a little bit too far off. That's the exit of Pirelli and into Vutch curve, turn 6, 7 and 8. Synthil says as well, let's go over to the group chat. Do you think Bottas has a chance or again will be slower than Lewis this weekend? And Red Bull, actually.
I hope faster just to kick Mercedes where it hurts.
I think this is Bottas' last chance saloon, really, isn't it? He needs to win a race, and he's good at this track as well. He's done it before, so he needs to win this one. This is practice for quali. FP2 is practice for the race. Yep, exactly how it is at the moment. Free practice 3 tomorrow. We've got the chance of rain, and they won't want to head out the track and waste their intermediate tyres that they'll need.
Beth did a picnic.
Yeah, so at the moment... Hello, Beth. So at the moment... it does look like, unfortunately, free practice 1 is going to be the practice ahead of qualifying. FP2, the wet practice for the race. FP3 looks like it's not going to be anything. They'll be lucky if they get dry running. But qualifying could be wet. And the race itself could be wet. So we're in for an unusual weekend. And hello to Beth as well. Beth, I did see your comments yesterday in the build-up show. Unfortunately, I didn't see them in time because it was pre-recorded. But I did reply. Hopefully you saw them. And I did agree with you that not the reverse psychology hashtag is working quite well.
You told me about that earlier.
I did, because Danny Ricciardo is now P7 and currently is ahead of Lando Norris, his teammate. And Danny Ricciardo has got good performance here at the track. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. 8th place in 2020 Styrian Grand Prix. He's the first time he's scored at the Red Bull Ring since his podium in 2017. But in his first 3 races here, he had great performance. 4th on the grid in 2014, sorry. 2016 was quite good as well. So he does like this track. And with the McLaren, with that Mercedes engine, I think they could be quite good and quite strong this weekend. So, yeah. That's my opinion on the matter. I think it could be quite good for Danny Ricciardo. So, Beth, maybe they keep on with the reverse psychology. It might work. And pleasure to have you along this weekend, as well as to all our other viewers as well watching on. Synthil says, but that makes it more interesting. I really look forward to the race. We already got out to the race, yeah. And I am too. It's going to be fun as Verstappen goes even faster, 106.581. We're getting dangerously to the close where we could have a 59-second lap at the Red Bull Ring.
How did he get that? He was going slow for 2 laps.
He's just picked up. He's done a slow lap, picked up on some good strong. Look at that time from Gasly. Gasly goes P2 across the line as well with a 106.640. So, yeah, if you do join us, we have got a driver tracker this weekend as well, like we had in France. But unfortunately, in FP1, it always seems to be broken, like they get the systems ready. So we haven't got a driver tracker just yet at the moment. As you can see, the numbers are sort of all blocked together. But we do have the YouTube chat, which I like to see as well. And how was Max improving when he just went yellow sector 1 and 2?
Thank you.
And Synthil also says that shouldn't be possible. Yeah, sector 1 and 2 was yellows.
How fast is he?
That sector 3, though, seems to be quite quick. So that might be a glitch on the timing monitors, though, actually.
It's not.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised about that one, to be fair myself. I am surprised as Science is 3 tenths off in Sector 1.
Do you know, everyone's talking about, what happens if Russell goes to Mercedes and replaces Bottas? What happens if Gasly decides to?
Oh, Gasly goes
Gasly
to...
has more pace than Russell does.
Is that the case so that Gasly's in a more competitive car than Russell?
Yeah.
Or would Russell actually... Because Russell's out...
Gasly's just naturally really good. I've seen him go faster in any car.
Russell has made it through to qualifying 2, though, in every race this year so far.
Still, I think Gasly's also one to consider for that. I just really...
Would you put Gasly in the Mercedes?
I would want to, yes.
Fair point. Well, nobody anticipated
One
Bottas
day.
to Mercedes that quickly, so...
One day I want
Synthel
Gasly.
says no, when he finished Sector 2, it said he was improving before Sector 3. Interesting. You can rewind, of course, on F1 TV. We can't at the moment.
Yeah, AlphaTauri look quick.
That's from Beth saying those Alpha Towers look quick. Gasly P2. I'm trying to look where Sonoda is at the moment. Sonoda's P7. Both in the top 10 there. It's quite competitive indeed. We've got a driver tracker working. Hey, look at this. We've got our driver tracker working. However, they're not with the correct...
Thank goodness, Sonoda's on his own.
They're not with the correct numbers at the moment, so let me just adjust that for you. Ready? Ba-ba! White numbers. There you go. Now you can all see what's happening on the track, and you can see exactly what we're on about when we say it's a little bit confusing to keep an eye on the track and everything. But,
Jeez, why is Sonoda going so quick around those corners?
It's Yuki Tsunoda. Of course he's going quick around the corners.
Does he know that the corners are there? He just seems to speed
Most
through
probably.
them. How quick is he going? Seriously, no wonder AlphaTauri is in the top. And
Yeah, so...
he's going in the pit lane now.
Yeah, Tsunoda pits.
Abandoning that lap, that could have been great.
Is Tsunoda in the pit lane? I can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's out on the track. Tsunoda's gone for P4.
Either that or he just crashed into Russell.
Tsunoda P4 on a 106.860. So, look at this. It's Honda Energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Red Bull, AlphaTauri. All 4 Hondas, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as well, Synthol picking up on that one as well. Beth saying AlphaTauri look quick. Synthol agreeing. AlphaTauri and Red Bull's car should be good on this track. And then Synthol's jumped in with a Honda. 1, 2, 3, 4. Megan.
Honda.
I sent a photo to Megan actually after last weekend's race when we found out that Honda had won IndyCar, MotoGP and Formula 1. The 3 top Premier races, and they've won all of them.
I don't like Honda.
No, I know, after what they did to Fernando Alonso. But you've got to admit, this is great pace from Honda. You've got to admit it. This is strong from Honda to have a 1, 2, 3, 4 at their home circuit.
It was their fault.
Yeah, but this is a Red Bull's home track, and they are 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is fantastic news.
I prefer Renault at this moment.
Synthol, Beth saying props to Synthol as well. And honestly, as we just watch the driver tracker at the moment because we've got nothing else on the monitor.
Honda makes me mad.
Synthol saying Sonoda on the podium, Gasly another win. Yeah, I wouldn't actually rule anything out if it's a wet race.
Yeah.
If it's a wet race, throw the form book out because anything can happen. Look at Emilia Romagna, who expected Hamilton and then Bottas and Russell to have mistakes and crash out. And that red flag to be called and give everyone a reset. Don't count anything out. Well, I'm really glad we got our driver tracker working. Stroll, Verstappen, Russell, Sainz, Perez and Vettel are the cars out on the track at the moment. And we know Ted Kravitz or Simon Lazenby this weekend. It's Paul di Resta in the pit lane. And Simon Lazenby's gone fishing. So he's having this weekend off. Rachel's in commentary for FP1, replacing David Croft. Croft will be back for FP2 if you're watching on F1 TV or Sky F1 or wherever you are in the world. Over 300 different territories as well. And then, of course, Natalie Pinkham's hosting this weekend. So when W Series are on, that's quite good. Let's have a look at the car development so far this year then. Red Bull started the season as the fastest car after pre-season testing. Mercedes have gained around about a 10th. Ferrari gained about 5 tenths of a second. The 3 tenths of a second gain from McLaren. Alpha Tauri have gained 4 tenths. Aston Martin 3 tenths. Only 2 tenths though for Alpine. That's shocking. No, not even that. 2 hundredths is all they've gained. 3 tenths for Alfa Romeo. Another tenth, actually, the same as Mercedes, has been improved for Williams. Haas have gained 3 tenths of a second, but the poorest performance there, definitely from Alpine.
Yeah,
only
they're fast
2
anyway,
hundredths. Yeah, only 2 hundredths off improvements. But also, Red Bull haven't actually gained anything from where they started. So, Red Bull still the fastest car in Formula 1, and Mercedes look to be, Megan, would you say around about still a tenth off of the pace there compared to that graphic?
I think maybe 500ths.
Yeah, around about that. Something around that, yeah. Let's go to the social screen. Synthel saying, we said that about that. Synthel then saying as well, if it's going to rain, do you think there'll be a red flag? Yes.
Yeah.
When it rains here, it's like Malaysia used to be. Boats. Anyone remember last year? It rains badly around here, and it probably will be a red flag because it's in a mountain range and it dips as well. The spray sort of just hovers around the tracks. It's quite hard to see everything around there. Beth saying Honda makes my lawn look neat. Do you have a Honda engine lawn mower? Our lawn mower's behind here, actually. Look, there it is. Well, that's my my bike, my pedal bike, and there it is at the moment, just all nicely packed away behind me as well. You might hear it fall occasionally, and that's what I trip over in the back of the box.
I just sometimes trip over as
and
well.
Beth saying Kubica? Question mark.
Yellow flag out on the track apparently.
So where's this?
Sainz.
It's Carlos Sainz. Oh, he spun at pit exit. Sainz has spun at pit exit. There he is, look, on the track. And he's actually, who's he stopped on the circuit? He stopped one of the Astons coming out of Lance Stroll.
Here you go. Sorry.
So Sainz spins at the exit of turn 1. And now he's having to get back on the track. So he's managed to regain it. But that looks like he's put too much pressure in through turn 1. He's gone for a little spin. Let's take another look at it then on the monitor. Uphill towards turn 1, the Niki Lauda curve. Turns in, gets on the power. Yeah, just loses the rear way before he hits the sausage curb. And he just spits him into the pit exit line. The car entered false neutral, so he ran over the curb and it hit false neutral when he's downshifting.
I bet he must have been terrified of the fact that there
It
was
was
a
on
car
pit exit,
coming
yeah,
out.
and a Stroll came out on the track, yeah.
And it was just like, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me.
Yeah, and Beth
Like
saying,
Stroll's like, I'll do it later.
to answer Beth's question, yes, Kubica is in this session. He's filling in one of the Alfa Romeo roles, and it's Kimi Raikkonen he's filling in for this session, as Antonio Giovinazzi's out on the track. And Bottas as well, just going a little bit... Bottas going wide, wasn't he, at one point as well, to avoid that contact. He's out there on the track at the moment, look, coming round turns 1 and 2 in the yellow sector. Yellow, by the way, is sector 1. Red is sector 2. Blue is sector 3, and Leclerc now joins the track as well at the exit of pit road. Stroll, Hamilton, Norris alongside each other as well.
Sainz enters the pit lane.
Yeah, Sainz into the pit lane. No surprise there. They get some new tyres. Hamilton to the line. Does he improve? Yes. 106.390 for Hamilton. Goes top of the board.
How are they doing yellows and then getting perfect things?
Sector 1 also doesn't look to be that bad, does it? You can gain a lot of time in sectors 2 and 3, and it's more downhill. So we're having a lot of problems with the first sector. Norris went across the line P6. Ricciardo goes P4. Beth, are you listening? Ricciardo's P4. Keep up with the reverse psychology. It's working brilliantly. Danny Rick P4. Oh, and that was that the Sainz coming back out of the pit lane? Who was that? Yeah, Sainz coming back out of the pit lane, and Lando Norris almost making contact with him at the exit.
We don't want drama happening.
Hamilton backing off. That's letting Sainz go through. We're now looking at Bottas coming into the last couple of corners.
Out with Kubica.
Mazepin's out on the track as well.
I think Kubica's going to come back out soon as well. So.
Bottas goes P4, 106.721.
I don't want them both on the track with each other.
Beth saying Danny Rick P4. Yep, absolutely. That is what I mean. Like, he likes this track. Yes, he dropped down to P5, but yeah, hey, he's in the top 5. Let's hope. No, it was Bottas who he blocked at pit exit. I understand the confusion. AM and Mert look very, very similar. Was it Bottas? I thought it was Stroll because on the driver track it said Stroll.
I did think it kind of looked like Bottas.
It looked silvery. I was almost saying, all right, so it was Bottas. So thank you for the correction there, Cynthia, because the driver tracker showed us as Stroll, but maybe he went past and we didn't see.
I can just hear Bottas now just like, So, Science, have you ever heard of the boy who got in the way of a pit lane? It's like, because you're about to come in. Alonso P2!
Yes, Alonso P2, 106.475. This is certainly one of the most dramatic. Megan's gone. Are you happy with that one, Megan, with Alonso P2? He's only 0.085 off the pace of Hamilton as well, so that's quite a good lap
He's less than
time.
a tenth.
Yeah, 106.390 for Hamilton. Alonso, 105.
It's quicker than the championship lead.
Lap time deleted. Fernando Alonso exceeding
Damn
track
you to
limits. The lap time deleted for Fernando Alonso.
Give me a reason.
Exceeding track limits at turn 9. So Alonso lap time deleted, track limits turn 9. There it is on
Who
the board.
decides that again?
Automatic system. If you either with the
I hope
sensors.
I hope the automatic system burns down.
Hey, it did that once in Germany a couple of years ago.
Then it better do it again.
Okay, so how did Bottas get there? Oh, track limits, yeah. So Bottas back to P4, Alonso down the
Q-Bits
order.
is on the track with and he's behind Mazepin. Oh, great. Great.
But hang on, by quite a distance though. Mazepin just coming from sector 2 to 3 now, going from
It
red
doesn't
to
matter.
blue.
It's going to end in carnage.
Kibitz is down at Such Gold, as well as Bottas and Leclerc. This is Carlos Sainz again down at turn 1 in a replay. Has he done it again, or is this his replay of the first accident? Yeah.
Replay.
Oh, I mean Alonso, not Bottas. Yeah. He went over track limits at turn 9. So that was Sainz. Can we stay with this camera angle for a little longer, please? I want to see if who was coming out of the pit, and it was Bottas. So yeah, it was Bottas who came to stop. Synthel has access to multiple onboards as well with F1 TV, and it was Stroll who went past. And of course, Bottas can't just go around Carlos Sainz because of the white line. So he's got to respect it. He goes way nearly over the track limits at the last corners, but Bottas had to be stuck there. And Bottas goes top. 106.386. He is 4 thousandths of a second faster than Lewis Hamilton. Yuki Tsunoda coming to the line now with a bad sector 1, good sector 2 and 3. Personal best puts him into P3, a tenth off of Bottas, a 106.486. Not bad at all.
I'm not happy.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm not happy. That should be Alonso's spot.
Megan, just because Alonso was out there. Looks like Hilarious on board with Bottas. Yeah, just coming out the corner, and then bang, there he was. Just what are you going to do? Let's have a look at Alonso, why he got this lap time deleted then. Coming out of turn 9, the Jochen Ring corner. And that's very clearly all 4 wheels off the track, Megan. You can't really ignore that one.
But that's not the track limit thing.
That is the track limit thing. If you go over...
No, it isn't at that corner. It's if you go past the red line.
That was past it. Turn 9
No, it's all wheels off.
Behind the red and white curb. That's the red and white curb. He was on the green, so he was, he was all 4
it
wheels
was
off the
very
track.
misleading.
He's all 4 wheels off the track. So yeah, that's lap time gone there, unfortunately for Fernando. Back to the social screen for a second. Beth saying Alpine, better to exceed track limits than expect rust content. They don't want the Alpines rusting. Which is what Alonso might be doing at the end of this year. Bit rusty, wasn't he?
What?
Nothing. And Synthel says, looks like Hilarious on board with Bottas. Absolutely. Look at this, Megan. The track very busy now with the onboards as well. Kubica, Schumacher. I haven't said that in a while. Norris, Leclerc, Mazepin, Ricciardo, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Latifi, Giovinazzi, Russell and Alonso.
I think
on the track. Tracks in all sectors as well.
I
Cars
think
in all
that
sectors.
Bottas just experienced the first Formula 1 red light.
Yeah.
In a Ferrari.
Do not pass go. Do not click £200. Yeah. Hamilton has now got back to the top. Fastest third sector, 20.074. Hamilton on a 106.332. We are halfway in the first practice session for the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix here at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. Lewis Hamilton is fastest on a 106.332. Bottas is second. Tsunoda, Verstappen and Giovinazzi top 5. And Hamilton's all 4 wheels off the track, maybe. They are having a look at whether or not Hamilton was all 4 wheels behind the curb. I think that's marginal. What do you reckon, Megan?
How is that marginal? How does Alonso get... How does Alonso get that and Hamilton doesn't? That's not fair.
Yeah. Well, there is Alonso back out of the track as well. Also, Megan screaming really did hurt my ears there as well. I'm sorry for the headphone users. But
I'm very passionate about the succession of Alonso.
just
And Beth, you did not.
Just a tranquilizer. So
Beth, you didn't imply that Alonso was rusty. It actually came out quite funny.
Let's go back to that chat then as well and just get that right. Cynthia says 4 thousandths of a second, Netherlands, Lewis goes top. Beth saying, I didn't mean to reveal that Alonso was rusty.
You
No,
did.
I know.
He did.
I implied that just to annoy Megan. Where's the rain? You have a weather update or nothing's changed. Do we have a weather update?
Depends. Whereabouts is it? Because then I will check for you.
Well, I can get it because
I will check.
Styria.
I need something to do.
Spielberg, Austria. That's where we are.
Okay.
I mean, I literally have it on my phone right now in front of me with ease to see.
Yeah, but I don't really trust Apple weather.
Oh, rain! It says rain.
Yeah, see, I don't really trust Apple weather.
Oh, right now, look, let's go up to big camera. Rain. It's predicting rain. Look at that. So this is interesting. There are clouds circulating around the track, especially down here at Turn 4, Sochaux Gold. Yeah, and never mind, not Netherlands. Auto-correction. Oh, yeah, we get the auto-correction a lot, actually, Synthil. And Gasly, P6. Yeah, and fastest Sector 2. Good spot there, Beth. Gasly, fastest Sector 2 overall.
Josh.
Out of the last corner, going to the line. First sector was okay. Second sector good. Gasly top! 106.166. Gasly top. That is unbelievable time. And now here comes Perez. P9. Bottas looking quick. Sector 1 with a 16.608. Sector 2 quick as well. 29.152.
I trust AccuWeather, so.
And Megan, over to you. One can have to tweet because goes Verstappen to the line, goes top.
Sure.
Verstappen top 105.910. But we're looking at Valtteri Bottas out the last corner now to the line. Bottas goes P2, 106.155. It's Verstappen who is 0.2 faster than Bottas. 2.5 faster, in fact. Get in.
I think I don't think it was gonna. I think it might rain at the end of this one. Though right now it's looking as in P2. So.
I'm just checking as well.
What time's P2?
P2 this afternoon is at 2 o'clock British Summer Time. It's 3 o'clock
Do you want to see something
over
funny?
in Styria. Is it raining?
Heavily.
Heavy rain. Get in. Here's
Scattered thunderstorm.
Bottas at the last corner has gone all 4 limit. He's got all 4 wheels off the road. Bottas' time has been deleted by the stewards. Exceeded track limit to turn 10. Gasly P2. Verstappen, Gasly, Hamilton 1, 2, 3. That's not bad at all. Get in. Battle's on. Race on. And I think also, by the way, I am going to get for the next session a weather forecast maneuver position out here.
Yay.
So that we can swap between the two. In fact, I might try and get that up now, actually. What is it? Weather forecast.
Wait a minute, can I get chance of rain here? Track temperature.
Well, yeah, track temperature, and it's all up there, look, Megan, on the top of on the driver tracker screen.
Yeah, but it doesn't have chance of rain.
No, it doesn't. Also, we're not hearing our radio recently. And there it is, look, no rain expected. However, as you move along, there are little cusps of rain coming in. So no rain expected is the weather forecast at the moment. But you can see it sort of coming over the mountains, can't you? A lot of cloud out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of rain clouds in the distance. Yeah,
like
there it
an
is.
hour
Look.
or two to
Yeah.
do that.
A lot of rain clouds coming over from the top of the mountain as we look at turn 2, so it's still possible. While I just try and get the weather forecast operational for you.
And
Very much excited about this one. We all are as well.
Verstappen appears to be fastest right now. Who's that?
Gasly, Hamilton. This is Hamilton in the pit lane now.
It's really hard to tell.
It's really hard to tell where they are at the moment on the circuit. Also, the news coming in recently as well that Helmut Marko is looking to regenerate the old Österreich that used to go off into the countryside as well with the chicane. He's looking to change that so he can get some endurance championship back. So basically, what he'll do is turn 1 will go back to its old chicane and then loop back round with the Bosch curve and then join up at Remus for another straight line run down to Sochaux and rejoin the normal track. So we'll just lose the bit up the hill to turn 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That'll stay for the motorcycles, but for Formula 1 and the endurance, it'll go back to the odd layout.
Stroll up to 6.
Stroll 6th, yeah. 1 06584. But that's been changed by Ocon going up there. So Ocon's changed over as well.
With a 106551.
So time's changing. And this is what we like to see. A lot of action already in this first couple of moments of the session.
Do you know what I think Mercedes needs to do? Do you know their numbers?
Yes.
Well,
Colour them in?
Yeah. Colour them in.
Did we mention this back in pre-season testing as well? How bad it gets?
We can't properly see
Yeah.
what the things are. I mean, we like the black colouring of the cars, though we don't like how we can't see the numbers.
Yeah, it's very tricky as well to see everything as well going forward.
Let's colour them in.
So we'll just try and have a look and see with the radar. We have got a radar situation that we can have a look at in a moment. Hopefully it's going to work quite well because I've been working on this for all of 5 minutes, you know. So I'm quite impressed with this. But let's see if we can get it working to show you exactly what we need to. So just give me a moment while I get all my logistics together. So Megan, take the comms.
Right, so there are 22 minutes and 50 seconds to go. And right now, I'm looking at Verstappen. And someone's going into the pits.
So here's the weather forecast then. At the current moment, this is what I've just got on and dragged over the track map for just a split second. But there is the weather forecast. And as you can see, it does move, look. And that is a big patch of green rain just to the left here. So just about here, look.
Did Max go over the race?
And did Max go over at turn 2? What's he done here?
I think he just kept it.
I'm not sure which one it was. Who's he on
Who
about
stopped?
there? Yeah.
Someone was just on the...
Oh,
yeah.
it was Tsunoda. Tsunoda getting out of the way of Verstappen. And Verstappen being angry over the radio, yeah. Cynthia saying, still got 25 minutes to go. I've got hope, but no, keep Red Bull the same. I know, I've been the same. I love this track so much, but I think they want to do it for the endurance layout so they can get WEC back in. And they've rumours about Formula 1.
Weird.
Yeah, but anyway, here's the weather forecast look, and I've got it up on the weather channel. What's happened to Verstappen now? He's got some spray dust coming out of the back of him. There's something coming out of the back there as well. It looks okay. But anyway, look, here's the weather look. So that's look, can you see the little yellow dot in the green spiral over here? This is where I wish I had Abby in the commentary box. A weather forecaster who could do it. Megan, over to you.
There?
Yeah, the little yellow dot. That is blowing in just in time for the start of the race.
It is.
So, for start of FP2.
Yeah.
So that is going to come in quite quickly and just deluge the track.
I'm the closest thing to Abby you can have right now because I have a fascination with storms.
Yes. Yeah.
Like meteorology.
You're the best we've got at the moment, and we're making the best of a bad situation, basically.
I love tracking hurricanes. So.
There's the driver tracker, back up operational as well. Robert Kubica, Perez, Stroll, Gasly, Vettel, Ocon. The car's out of the track at the moment. It is Verstappen fastest on a 105.910. Gasly P2, 106.166 as well. And let's go over to the group chat quickly. I don't know why I say group chat. The social screen. As well as you see, this is Pierre Gasly as well out of the track into turn 1. Has he gone over? No, he's just avoiding Leclerc.
I think you meant session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's changed it as well. The front's been destroyed as well for Gasly, and we've got a yellow flag somewhere out on the track. Not sure where right now because all the cars. I think could be Gasly. I'm not too sure, but yellows are out. Sector 8, Zone 2. DRS to say, but it's Max. No, it's Sergio Perez. Perez has been off the track. He spun at Sochler's Gold at turn 4. So it was Perez who was off at Sochler's Gold. He's gone green now, so track is clear. But I want to see a replay of that one, and we're going to get it now immediately. So down the hill, Sochler's Gold, 8th gear, drop down to 4th gear. Turn it in, slightly banked as well. It used to be the Bosch curve. Oh, he just got on the exit curve, got caught on the gravel and spun him round. It's so easy to do. It's such a tight exit at Sochler's Gold. And that's exactly what's happened. It just spun him round.
Just lucky it didn't spin onto the gravel.
Yeah, and then it would have been beached, and it would have been a red flag. Back to this then as well. We've missed a couple while we were explaining things as well, so let's go back through. Bottas ruined Sector 3, I guess, yep. Purple Sector 1, Purple Sector 2, 2/10 slower. A 2.5 slower in Sector 3. Beth saying a 105. Yeah, for Verstappen. 105.910. Goes top of the board. Cynthia saying track limits. Still 25 minutes to go. I've got hope. No, keeping the ring the same. Beth also saying 25 degree is the air temperature. 5 kilometre wind. 57% humidity. Predictions for race start. Oh, I see. 27 degrees. 5 kilometre wind. Predictions for race start. I see. Chances of rain. I think it were at 80% last time I looked as well. Cynthia saying, please rain, no rain this session. Well, it doesn't look unlikely, as I just said, with the weather forecast that we had a look at. So that's a situation as it currently stands. It's annoying me as well. I want that. And we're going to try and get the weather forecast ready for the next session as well, in case we are rained out. So we can at least look when we're going to try and start the session.
I'm just going to watch for session 2.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you're going to have the easiest session to do with FP1, because FP2, if we do get rained out, it's just going to be me and Dad just talking.
Oh, trust
nonsense.
me, if it does get rained out, I'm coming in here.
Thanks, because we'll need the chat.
Because I like the drama of having rain.
Yeah, and
Always
looking at yeah. The safety car will be heading out as well, probably. The medical
Because
car.
I'm quite unusual. My favourite type of weather is like rains or thunderstorms. So I don't like them affecting technology. It's odd.
Synthol, you might know this one. Do you know what safety car we've got this weekend? Is it the Mercedes or the Aston Martins? Because I haven't actually seen any what safety car is this weekend. And I know you were probably watching the high-tech test run yesterday on the circuit when the safety car and medical car on the track. So I don't know which safety car we've got this weekend. I haven't looked at the end of the pit lane. I haven't bothered to look at the end of the pit lane. Maybe I should. I can imagine it must be Aston Martin due to W Series.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I think Aston were already their safety car provider last year or the year before. What are we doing with W Series? Do we know yet?
I have no idea because I don't know what my college thing's going to be like.
It's 3:00 on. It's 3:30 to 4. It's tomorrow after qualifying. So yeah, as you can hear the radio there, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow after qualifying for F1. That's the race. So
We shall see. How long did it take?
half hour.
We might do it. I'll flip a coin.
All right.
I usually make all my decisions
that means
by flipping
that
a
means
coin.
your lead com.
I know.
You get to call lights out. It's W Series. Well, it wouldn't be right me calling the lead.
Yeah.
It would be better if you call the lead, and I'll just be your analysis person. I'll be you. We'll have to swap chairs though.
Oh, that's going to be difficult for you. There's a lot of pressure on you to be me.
A lot of pressure for you to do well. Yeah.
No.
Not mucking at the start would be a good
A
idea.
pressure for you to do statistics.
I can do. I've done it before. It's an easy thing to do.
I know, though, to take on my position.
I've done it before.
I've done your position a load of times, so for you
in the lead
doing
commentator.
statistics.
Yeah. And also, I just had to point out, I am actually not the lead commentator on the EERC. That's Ed. Ed's lead commentator.
I know.
There. I take
It's just...
me and him start the commentary. He calls the race start, and then he's the lead commentator, and then I take over leads when he leaves, and I get the race end. So Ed does the race start, I do race ends.
I think I still might have to be the one for predictions.
You'll find your
Because
tune.
I can read a timing screen tomorrow. And I just remembered I had a dream last night, and I don't know
All right.
exactly what it was about.
Let's just go to the group chat quickly. This is interesting as well. Synthol says, "Well, I wasn't watching that, but it's the red Merc, and saw that at the track limit warning." Oh yeah, of course, we've seen it. There's the red Merc. But Beth also saying Aston has the medical car. So have they split this weekend then? Due to this race
Probably.
not supposed to happen. Oh, that's an interesting one if they have.
I've just thought I heard Dad.
I thought I had Dad coming into the commentary box as well.
Yeah.
Well, if he is, there's no room, but if he is in here.
That was creepy.
There, as you can see, the track's getting very busy out there now as well, actually, as we come back up to the main big camera for a while. Hopefully, do you like these new graphics as well we've introduced recently? And as well, look down there at the bottom.
I remember.
Down here, look, you've got the nice little track guide as well. Just little things we've added in to hopefully make it okay.
I remember what my dream was about.
Oh, yes.
It was about me, you, and Kalang. We went to a movie. I don't exactly know.
What movie?
I don't remember.
Kellyanne, if you're watching, good morning. And apparently we're off to see a movie.
All I know is that I remembered that. And then there was like loads of sweets involved.
Last movie I went to see with Kellyanne was either Wreck-It Ralph or Rush. Either way, it's a racing film, so...
I don't Exactly.
When was Wreck-It Ralph?
The last time I went to see a movie with Kellyanne, it was The Last Jedi.
Yeah, you went The Last Jedi. When was Wreck-It Ralph?
I think I was like 8. So half my life ago. 8 years.
So me and Kellyanne could, the last time we went to see was probably Wreck-It Ralph, or it would have been Rush.
Yeah.
That's quite nice, actually, watching Rush with Kellyanne as well. Because Kellyanne, of course, you may not remember this, Megan. In fact, you probably won't. She was very into Formula One and still is.
When was this?
Well, when we were younger. It was Kellyanne and Dad who watched the F1 with David. And then I just sort of went obsessive over it.
Well, when you became obsessed with it, I wasn't born.
No, that's true, yeah.
Because that was 4 years before I was born. Actually, since your first word was car, I think it was quite...
Yeah,
the beginning of your life.
We had that discussion the other day as well. Megan always goes on about, what was my first word? I can't remember my first word.
I feel like no one ever remembers anything.
However,
do.
By a bit of luck, we were going through some USB sticks, and in those days we used to have video. We had video camcorders and videos, but we used to transfer them to DVD, and over time they got transferred over to USB. We're going through one, and all of a sudden we got Megan's first word on there, and it turns out your first word was Dada.
It was.
How was the... Yeah, so there you are. So we have your first word. It was Dada. And according to Gospel, honest to God, this is true.
It is. Everyone was telling me.
I've had this told by multiple people at different times when nobody else was around, so I 100% believe this. My first word was car. How ironic. Honestly, how ironic that my first word was car. Yeah.
Do you know what? Thank you to Uncle Keith, because he's the one who gave you that microphone.
I've got that photo, actually, I think. I was trying to find that photograph. I think I've still got it on my phone.
Uncle Keith, our mother's brother, he gave Joshua a microphone for Christmas when he was 2. And ever since then...
Yeah, spot the problem.
Went into this.
Yeah, spot the issue. I mean, on my phone right here now, I've got the photo of me and Ted Kravitz from testing in 2019 when I met him. That was quite a nice chat. We had a chat about McLaren and just general things as well. Trying to find actually where it is. I can't, and that's really annoying because I had it a couple of days ago. I think it's
well, you find it and I'll speak. Right, so we're looking at...
Sorry, by the way, for those of you who don't remember, this is how red I got at Snetterton as well. I was completely boiled at Snetterton.
Doesn't help you were wearing a red jumper.
No, and it got worse the next day as well. It got really bad the next day at the end of free practice, so at the end of race 2. This one I've been debating actually whether or not to make the new...
Not wearing my ring.
This one, I'm debating whether this one will become the new ident logo you see, because currently it's me at Silverstone. But I really like that photo. I don't know whether that should become the new channel ident photo that you see, because I quite like that. Me at another racetrack, but yeah, that's the photo that was taken later. And sadly, I don't have what I need of that photograph. Yeah, there's you.
No. Oh.
Yes.
What am I?
Yeah, you remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it. That's really annoying. I'll get that for later on in the year. I'll have a quick look at my favourites. I don't think it's there either. So, yeah.
What's in my favourites?
Not a clue. Session's still underway, though, at the moment. Yeah, I don't have it, which is really, really annoying.
My favourites are a video at Nan's, like for last Christmas.
Yeah.
A picture of me, Nan and Mum. A picture of me...
Can I just take that for a second? Because I've just noticed what that photo actually is.
Yeah.
It's the reaction. It's Grosjean's crash, and it's our reactions.
That's in my favourites.
Yeah, that's our reactions to the crash all those months ago in Bahrain. And my goodness me, that was a bad race, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then my other, it's me, you, and Dady in the snow. That
was taken earlier this year. I like that photo. Yeah. I've got the family one on here as well with all of us, and I've got a siblings one as well with me, you, Kellyanne, and David on the favourites as well. I've got one down as well. Yeah, it's quite good as well. 10 minutes to go of this session. Then, as you can see, every car bar Ocon, Giovinazzi, and Kubica are out on the track, and it's very busy out there. It's a short track, so a lot of action and a lot of drama. Expect to see quite a lot of tensions building up ahead of free practice 2. If it is wet conditions, let's take a quick look at the socials. Let's move that out of the way for a second. That's the mouse.
Oh, I have a family photo on here as well.
Oh, nice.
It's a Christmas.
Let's have a look then as well. But it's the Red Mercury, so saw that. Since saying, I'm done with school at 3:35. FP2 starts at 3 Dutch time, so I can't watch the end. That's how I found your account, and I made a compilation as well. You did. You haven't published it though as to public. Feel free, publish it as public, Synthol, as well. I absolutely love that. I've got it downloaded actually here as filler content as well, in case of a long red flag. So that might actually get used later on. But yeah, Synthol made this wonderful build-up tribute as well. So yeah, publish it. My God, publish it, Synthol. Get it out there as well. Put it on your F1 highlights as well. Out there as well. Quality possibly some traffic because it's a short track. Yeah, that's what my brain was thinking, but she never got out with it at the end as well. Yeah. Big up to Beth as well, actually, because at the moment, Beth, isn't it late at night for you or very early in the morning? What is that photograph of you, Megan?
It was when I was like 3, and then there's one even younger.
They had some nice photos. I think, did we have you on those? I can't remember. Yeah, that's anyway. Photo of Megan in a dress. That's very unusual. Beth has also come in as well, saying Danny Rick's odds for a top 3 are 8-1. 8-1 for a top 3 finish for Danny Ricciardo in quality on the race, I presume.
Right. Though, honestly, if we're talking about people as when they were babies, I love looking at photos of Josh when he was a baby.
Yeah, she says I'm adorable because I was chubby.
He was so cute.
Charles Leclerc diving up the inside of Lewis Hamilton at Stotcher's Gold, having to take the entrance curve. But we all remember as well that Lewis Hamilton's got no favours at that curve. If you try and pass Lewis Hamilton down at turn 4 Stotcher's Gold, you go to the gravel trap. Ask Alexander Albon. Ask Nico Rosberg. Ask Sergio Perez. You're going in the gravel. Ask Valtteri Bottas from qualifying in Austria last year, the same track. You're going off there. Here is Sebastian Vettel, who I've got to admit has started performing a bit poorly. I expected a lot more from Aston Martin because their car should have been so competitive.
He probably doesn't want to wear out the car so early on.
Yeah. 30 points in the championship, still P10, looking quite good. And Beth saying, yes, the race odds are Danny Ricciardo 8-1 as well. Thank you for Megan passing me the notes that she's made up in the commentary box as well.
Don't mind the behind thing. That's Snetterton.
That's the Snetterton results. That's your notes of Snetterton in case you had to talk on your own.
It's the grid thing.
Is that in case you had to talk on your own?
Yeah, that's how every single result is.
Well, the British Touring Cars are on this weekend. We'll have race 1 live. However, we won't be having every race live due to it clashing with Formula 1. So race 2 will be delayed, and we're not sure how race 3 will work out just yet. But the live time will have to be recorded by Megan's laptop, which is already going to be taking quite a bit of time.
When's that?
Oh, you'll be in the box anyway.
No, I'm just wondering when's that kind of drifted off.
2:35, half an hour into race 1 of F1. So yeah. Basically,
it's a Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically we're just taking a big pinch of salt with the touring cars this weekend as to when it's going to be on due to the multiple things. But I'm slightly disappointed, you know. I know I was off site for Thruxton. I was on the site. What are you pointing at? Let's have a look.
Apart from Mercedes.
Let's have a look. Oh, they're all on the track, bar Hamilton and Bottas. Yeah, but this is a group chat as well. Beth saying, yeah, the race odds and W2F Norris. Yeah, Lando's down in P16. He's having a shocker at the moment. Bottas locks up at turn 1, has to take the escape road. So go straight on.
When Williams are ahead of you,
and Synthol says it's on public. Fantastic. As that's Bottas forcing off one of the Alphas. So it was Giovinazzi as well. Bottas forced Giovinazzi off. And what is Bottas doing? Giovinazzi says, yeah, that's a dangerous manoeuvre from Bottas. Uphill, so Bottas might get a slap on the wrists there. This is down at turn 2. Oh, Giovinazzi dives. That's Sonoda. Sonoda diving up the inside of Bottas. So Bottas really in a brawl out there at the moment on the track. Unbelievable. And there's Kim Hillman wants to get out of the circuit as Red Bulls move around each other. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's on public. Fantastic. And yes, I agree with you, Beth, as well. What on earth is happening to Lando Norris down in 16th place?
Hold on, just searching for a thing.
So yeah, what are you trying to search for? It's on his YouTube channel.
Not for YouTube.
Yeah, Synthol. That YouTube channel over there. Look. I'm not actually sure if Beth has a YouTube channel or just an account. If I know Synthol has a YouTube channel, I've subscribed to him. Beth, if you have a YouTube channel and do vlogs and that lot, let me know and I'll subscribe. Send me a link on at Joshua Birch 99 on Twitter and Instagram. I'll subscribe and have a look. I love all things like that. More content, the better, that I like to view as well. I get very bored in the evenings when I've got nothing to do. Maggie can attest to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually him annoying me.
I like this point as well from Beth. You should give out the session start times for Britain and then Netherlands and Australia as well. I think I can actually, if I can adjust to the time zones. But it's very, very difficult, isn't it? I know, luckily as well.
Oh, I could probably help with that. I'm really good at times.
All right. Well, it's easy to do for the I can do the Netherlands. You can work out Australia.
Fine.
Let's have a look at the group with 3 minutes 30 to go. Look at that big gaggle of cars. Kubica, Ricardo, Verstappen, Mazepin, Schumacher, all caught up together as well. That's a lot of action out on the circuit as well. So, free practice 2. If you're in, let's go through the UK first of all.
Okay, hold on. Just need to get the thing I was looking it up yesterday. Hold on.
Okay, so free practice 2 for our British viewers underway at 2 o'clock British Summer Time. Practice 3 at 11 o'clock. Qualifying from 2, the race from 2 as well. All PM, all British Summer Time. For the Netherlands, practice 2 underway at 3 o'clock. Practice 3 is underway at 12. Qualifying from 3 and the race as well from 3 p.m. if you're in the Netherlands. And if you're in Australia, Megan can now adjust the times for you. Was it 11-hour difference?
If you're in Australia.
Which it is. We just need an 8 p.m. Friday night here. So, Beth, it's 8 p.m. Friday there. So, how's the future? Let me know. Is it good? Is it worth staying out for the rest of the night?
Well, it depends. There's 3 time zones in Australia.
Well, Beth over there saying it's 8:30 p.m. Friday night here. Over here, it's 11:30 a.m.
So it's
massive,
night.
yeah, massive time difference. So 9 hours.
Right. So you're in the centre. Right. So 9 hours ahead.
Megan's,
the race will.
Well, go for FP2.
FP2. That is. Hold on.
Megan's good on times, by the way, as we get 1 minute 40 to go.
That'll be at 11 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Then practice 3 tomorrow will be at 8 o'clock at night. Qualifying will be 11 o'clock at night. And then the race will be on Sunday, 11 o'clock at night.
So that means your races end on Monday as well. That's an unusual cross time zone thing. But Beth, a die-hard Formula One fan indeed. And you must really hate it when it's also early night races elsewhere, because places like America must really
You must
kill
love it
you.
when it's Japan.
Yeah, well, America must really kill you as well, with the different time zones as well. Box for Gasly at the moment, so they're trying to get out of the way of Kubica on the circuit, as you can see.
Jeez, it's less than a minute to go to the end of the session.
Yeah, let's take a look at this here as well. So you see Beth saying 8:30 p.m. Friday night. Yeah, I'm lucky to live in Europe, says Synthol. I tell you what, though, Beth, absolutely, I do feel exactly your pain, because when we get to actually Australia and Japan and the countries where it's night races, and you do a lot more night races in MotoGP than you do for Formula One, you absolutely feel so deflated by the end of it, because you've got to adjust your body clock so much. So, yeah, absolutely agree with you there. We've got 14 seconds left then of this first practice session. Cynthia saying, I only kind of annoying weekends in Australia, but for you guys, it's even an hour earlier. Yeah. Australia is... So, Beth, you may think that, but honestly, we suffer in Australia when that race is on, because it's 5 a.m. here, and I have to get up at 3 a.m. to come to the commentary box and set everything up, and to also start everything recording, so it gets very, very tiring.
We have a tradition in Australia when it comes to quali. We watch a certain Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Remember-
the Rebels of the
Remembrance
Daleks.
of
Yeah,
Daleks.
just straight after Australia qualifying because no one's up yet. It's Saturday morning and nobody's up because by the time we finish it, it's 7 a.m.
Yeah, so we just watch that.
Let's go over here. Beth saying as well, we've had 3 a.m. Monday morning races for decades. That's the problem living down in the future. So for you, Formula One is a Monday race, not a Sunday race. That must be tricky to get your head around sometimes as well. Thinking that is tricky to get your head around, actually. It always gets me as well because it's still 5 a.m. for the Australian Grand Prix. It used to be 3 a.m. on Sunday mornings, the race, but they moved it 2 hours later. So now it's a twilight race. And you do honestly feel weird where your sun's rising and you're about to start your day. And it's pitch black in Australia and you've just had all the races. I always find with the Australia races, you lose a lot more time. You have to be up there quite a lot more psychologically.
Yeah.
Beth saying as well, that's living down in the future. Cynthia saying, I remember watching the Japanese qualifying like 2 a.m. As well. Yeah, Japanese Grand Prix was always a nightmare one as well for early starts, as was qualifying as well. Qualifying last time we were in Japan actually was at 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. because of that typhoon. So that was hell for me, getting up even earlier and going back there. So disrupted weekend. You weren't commentating that one actually. You weren't even in the box. That was when Dad first came into the commentary box because he used to be sitting race control.
In my eye.
No, you look all right. Let's take a look at the driver tracker then as the session has concluded. They're all now coming in to do their practice starts. Because the pit lane here is on a tight exit, there's no room to do practice starts, so you have to do them on the grid. Cynthia saying, well, I've got to prepare for my test. See you hopefully FP2. Good luck for your test. Good luck. And that was the 2019 when the typhoon was. Yeah, Typhoon Hagibis, whatever it was.
I think it was Hagibis.
Yeah, and we did the magazine show, and it was our highest viewed of the year. Because in those days, we didn't do live
So I
streams.
was good at Typhoon.
Yeah, we didn't do live streams those days, so we did reports, and that was actually the highest of the year.
I have a weird obsession with hurricane.
Yeah. Beth saying, Japan's only 3 hours behind us, which is great. Oh, that's great for you then. Well, we have got a Japanese Grand Prix, so you'll be happy there as well. That is going to happen, even though the MotoGP's Grand Prix was cancelled for Japan. Formula One's race and WEX race have confirmed to happen because Honda won a last Japanese Grand Prix.
Oh, someone's gone a bit over the line.
As an engine manufacturer, that's okay with the practice starts. They don't really care. They don't even do the 5 red lights. They just keep the 5 red lights on. It's not like you see it in Formula E at all. So they're saying, thank you, have a great weekend. You too, have a great weekend, you too. Hopefully as well.
Weekend.
Hopefully we'll see you throughout the weekend as well. And I know Beth is probably going to be the collapse later on. Typhoon Haggis, Typhoon Hagibis, whatever it was. Yeah, that was a very odd name, Beth. I completely agree with you there. We were all laughing and joking about it as well, and saying it was a Scottish with haggis and all that lot as well back then.
It's a Typhoon of Scots.
Yeah, so the last car's done his practice start. That was Nicholas Latifi. They're all now coming back into the pit lane. Let's give you the session results. It's Max Verstappen fastest from Pierre Gasly in second. Third for Lewis Hamilton. Bottas fourth, followed by Yuki Tsunoda. Fifth, Fernando Alonso is sixth. Esteban Ocon seventh. Lance Stroll eighth. Antonio Giovinazzi 9th, and Charles Leclerc rounds out the top 10. Carlos Sainz is 11th, Daniel Ricciardo is 12th, Sergio Perez 13th, Sebastian Vettel 14th, George Russell 15th, Lando Norris is 16th, Nicholas Latifi 17th, Mick Schumacher 18th, Robert Kubica 19th, and 20th for Nikita Mazepin. Also says Singapore close to Australia as well. Sorry. Yeah, Singapore was a tricky one on occasion, but that was a close one as well for getting times up as well when they used to be the morning races there. But yeah, Synthol hopefully joining us for FP2 later on. Hopefully everybody else joins us later as well. And Beth, if you join us at 11 a.m, you are seriously going to be one of my favourite people on the planet. Because if that rain comes down and it's 11 p.m. over there in Australia and you're watching us, you're a diehard Formula One fan and you are definitely a top fan. And I think it would be insane, really, because the chances of rain are quite high. But honestly, thanks everyone for joining us. They'll all come back into the pit lane now. So let's take a look at the socials for just a second then. Beth saying, yes, true. Yeah, if it rains for FP2 and you're here, you are definitely a top motorsport fan and definitely a top fan on here as well. And you'll be one of my favourite people on the planet as well.
You're already pretty close.
Yeah, to be fair, there isn't that many people. Let's go through then as well. Finally, just quickly before we go off, there's the actual results of the session. As you can see, the checkered flag has now come out. Session concludes. Hopefully, it's going to be an okay free practice too. But Vettel actually, let's go with him down in 14th place. But Verstappen and Gasly looking quite strong. Red Bull and AlphaTauri on home soil looking quite good.
Yeah, they are looking quite good. Not as good for the McLarens.
Yeah,
Sadly.
obviously, yeah.
Turns out they do better at corners.
Seems that way as well. Carlos Sainz, the only real drama in that session, locking up and spinning out on the circuit. But it was a strong session for Max Verstappen, picking up where he left off at France. Okay, that's us done then for free practice number 1. We will be back at 2 p.m. British Summer Time. For those of you in Australia, that's at 11 p.m. And those of you in the Netherlands as well, that's at 3 p.m. as well. My thanks to Megan for this session. My thanks to all of you as well for watching. We'll be back later, but we leave the first practice session here in Styria with Max Verstappen fastest from Pierre Gasly. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.